Casting your ballot for this year's big election got a little easier today.
Several more early voting locations opened up throughout Davidson County, including, though, several libraries. Well, new at 6, we're going to go out to News Channel 5's Jason Lamb. He is live at the Bordeaux Branch Library. Now, Jason, we know a policy about campaign signs on the library property could now lead to a huge lawsuit.
Yeah, that's right, Jessica. It could. And here's the issue about all this. It is against state law to have any campaigning going on within 100 feet of a ballot box. And there's a campaign boundary sign right over there that marks that 100-foot boundary. But walk over here with me for a little bit and you can see a different site. This is past that 100-foot boundary. You can see the campaign signs as well as this sign posted by the library that limits where you can place the campaign signs on their property. And it's that limitation that has city election leaders a little worried tonight.
If you go right around here to number 5, she'll help you.
While today voters inside the Green Hills Branch Library exercised their First Amendment rights, outside several political campaigns did their best to exercise theirs. By state law, their signs stood outside a 100-foot boundary that bans political campaigning near polling places. But a posted Metro Library's policy goes further, limiting campaign signs on library property past the 100-foot boundary to only a few designated spots, something that Tricia Hersfeld with the Davidson County Election Commission says effectively limits free speech.
Public property there for the purposes of voting is when free speech protections are the highest. And we have to be very careful in limiting anything that could affect or impact those free speech rights.
Hersfeld says if the library continues with its policy, legal action could be down the road.
Absolutely, I think a lawsuit could be filed, and I'm not sure that one shouldn't be. It really depends on if the libraries can continue to enforce this policy.
In fact, the chair of the Davidson County Election Commission sent a letter to Metro Library saying, for your own protection, we strongly urge that you refrain from enforcing any policies you have that restrict political activities outside the 100-foot boundary. The library's policy also limits the size of political signs on their property. And the library said today their rules ensure everyone's voice is heard and protected while keeping everyone safe. In a statement, the library said guidelines on the size of signs outside the voting boundary give drivers and pedestrians clear views of traffic around our buildings. They said under the guidance of Metro's legal department, we'll continue to use our policy, which has been in place since 2011, so we can be safe, accessible, and welcoming for everyone.
The Election Commission says the state's 100-foot boundary rule has been backed all the way to the Supreme Court. But they say outside of that 100 feet, the courts may not look very highly on what they say might be limiting political speech. We're live in Bordeaux tonight. Jason Lamb, News Channel 5 HD.
And a quick word on early voting turnout so far. It started last Wednesday. It seems to be getting off to a pretty slow start here in Davidson County. State election records show only about 2,500 people have voted early so far. That's compared to nearly 6,400 people who have voted early in Williamson County and about 6,500 in Rutherford County so far.